What's good, everybody? Back out here once again, just your neighborhood angler MoneyBass, out here about to do this thing we call Bass for Cash. On a weekly basis, I get out here, scout around, try to find these fish. It's been a little tough lately, but once I get a fish to the boat, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, and you see the title of the live stream, Bass for Cash. You can walk away with a nice cash prize. And like I said, all you have to do is be a subscriber and guess the exact weight of the fish. So we're going to go ahead and get things rolling, guys. We're going to be out here for a good time, not a long time, and see what we can get to the boat. As you come into the chat, please make sure you hit the like button for me. It really does help promote the channel. We've been growing pretty fast, guys. I think we're on our way to around 16,000 subscribers, all right? Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's go ahead and roll out and see what we can find for today. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get to it. Who do we have tuning in today for today's live stream, guys? All right, guys, we are at stop number 1. We are just getting rolling for anybody that is just tuning in. Really appreciate you guys coming in, getting active, and hitting that like button for me. Now, I was on my way to a little shallow marker, but I see somebody has already beat me to it. So we're just going to hop out here and see what we can find. We are out here scouting around, so we're going to be doing a lot of moving around today, guys. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's go down here and change this water level on here. So I finally sent off my other unit, so I should be getting my other unit back soon. This is a 10-inch unit right here. Of course, normally you guys would see me running a, let's go down to about 55 feet. You would see me running a 12-inch unit up here instead of this 10, but it's all good. We'll still make it happen. Get out here, scout around, see if we can find a fish or two. All right, perfect cast. And let's see if we can get a perfect fish. What's going on, Caden? We have Caden checking in. We have Derek back, says, I need some lunch money. All right, Derek, you're on punishment. Don't think I forgot about the little meme you put in the chat the other day. All right, what's going on, Chef Boy? Chef Boy back in the chat, fishing for dollars, says at lunch, but tuned in for a minute. Really appreciate that. The political fisherman says, hey, man, you need to come and check out Thousand Islands. Is that salad dressing? What is that? What is that, Thousand Islands? All right, let's see. What else are you guys talking about in here? Caden says, in school right now, but it's gym class. So you decided to watch a little fishing instead of participating in gym class, huh? All right, we're going to see, guys. We're out here hunting around. So you guys have seen for the past few days, it has been kind of low and slow out here. So we're still out here scouting around trying to find active fish. So I'm going to be hopping around a little bit more than usual until we find a few of these fish out here. All right, political fisherman says, that's St. Lawrence River. All right, I had to go ahead and chin check that one, guys. Something was giving me a little resistance. I didn't know if it was a fish's mouth or something on the bottom of the lake. Let's go ahead and prep this little bait up and put some stank on it, guys. Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they're like, hey, I don't smell anything. I want to taste a little something. So we're gonna see. Country living and fishing. What's going on? It says good to see y'all. Ready? Let me see. Really could love to see Bass while doing the job bids. All right, all right. We'll see what we can do today. It's a new day. It may still be a tough day, but if it is, it's still a new day. Doesn't mean it's gonna be a easy day though. But like I said, we're gonna get out here, just make a few casts, and they're gonna take off because right now, from what I'm hearing, a lot of guys are still out here, you know, kind of scouting around, not really getting these fish to bite like they were just a few weeks ago. But we're kind of moving into some better weather these days. So the weather is better for us, but I don't know. For the fish, it doesn't seem like it's helping the bite, at least not for me. But you never know. There may be somebody out there that's just killing it, right? Always seems to be the case. Andre says, is it live? Is it live? Are we really live? Yes, sir. We are live right now. So we're going to see if we can get a few fish to the boat. Country Living and Fishing says, bad day fishing beats a good day at work. It said the spawn is coming. Well, as long as that helps the bite out, I don't mind. I don't care what's on the way as long as it helps the bite. And I have been picking some areas where it has been extremely clear. And again, and like I told you guys the other day, I don't really feel like making long runs way across the lake and all that. So there's a buddy of mine that's out on the lake right now. Maybe he's having some luck. So we'll check in with him in just a minute. All right, let's see. Uh-oh, hold on, did I miss something? Andre said, let's do it. Let's do it. He's like, let's get out here and find these fishes. So we'll see what we can find, guys. All right, right on time, just what I needed. All right, so we're just out here on a point with some rocks on it. We're gonna stay here for about 2 or 3 casts, and we're gonna pack up and roll out again. So of course we are shallow right now. You guys can see I can cast right up here to the bank, and we are sitting in about 25 feet of water. So I'm fishing this all the way from, I'd say, about 5 feet of water, all the way back to about 15, 20 feet of water. Who is that just checking in? Shout out to Country Living and Fishing. Came in and hit the channel with a gifted membership, and that went to Bill Meeks. Bill Meeks was a member for at least 2 months, but looks like his subscription, his membership, had expired. But shout out to Country Living and Fishing, went ahead and put him back in the game. Really appreciate that, sir. If everybody could, put country in the chat. That's how you want to live, right? Good country living. Put country in the chat. Really appreciate that, sir. And what I say each week is whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or as you guys have seen, gifting memberships is the sponsor of that live stream. And right now that goes out to Country Living and Fishing. Really, really appreciate that. So I'll say for today, guys, this is probably going to be another lazy day, meaning I'm not going to run. So if you take a look, way out there, as far as you can see, is normally where I go. I normally take off and I run way across the lake. But with as finicky as these fish have been, I do not feel like putting all of that, running all that time. Really appreciate that. Oh, there we go. Bill Meeks is in the chat. He already, he has some manners. He said, thanks, Country Living and Fishing. There we go. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. We have Ocean America tuning in. Martavius is back once again, says, Grand Rising, Money Bass. I'm back checking in with you. Let's get some fish and have a good time. Oh, yeah, we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time out here. And remember, as you guys come into the chat, please take a quick second to double tap your screen, tap. And that is how we can keep those likes up. I generally like to try to keep the likes up, matching the viewership. But I know we get behind at times, but we'll see. All right, so I'm not really seeing any good activity right here, so we're going to roll out again. And today what I'll do is I'll actually show you guys, we have a nice little crowd coming in. So what I'll show you guys is how I come out when you're preparing for tournaments and things like that, as far as using your electronics and scanning to see if there are fish in the area. But first, before I say that, let me make sure that I have my my transducer set up the way that I need it to be. Let me see, source not found, switch to local. Let's just go with yes with that. Switch to a different source, yes. All right, let me see, turn off, no. All right, there we go. So let's see, 2D sonar, where is it at? G2N, so this is the G2N unit, so we'll leave it there. Everything is set up on this G2N unit. So we're just gonna roll through here kind of quick. Make sure we have everything set up the way that we need it to be. Temp 2, G4N, G2N, GPS. So we are gonna have to go internal GPS. So we have that set up. Now the moment of truth, let's just see. Let's see if I have we'll check in just a second when we get over to another spot. All right, so we are heading out, guys. We're gonna go to another spot. And like I said, we're just gonna be moving around today because the goal is to find some areas where these fish may have relocated to. Actually, let's go and check out this cove down here real quick. Let's see. So let's get these settings done. And as you guys come into the chat, please make sure you take a quick second to double tap the screen. What we're doing now is we're going to be scouting around, just trying to locate some fish for the moment. Let me go back to sonar. And we need to drop this range down to about, let's see how far down we need to go. Okay. So we're gonna drop this down to about, let's go 60 feet. And now we need to check these settings just to make sure everything is set up correctly. Ice fishing temperature. All right, there we go. Let's roll with that. Let's see. So I'm thinking my transducer may not be compatible with this new unit since I moved my units around, but we'll see. And since that's the case, all right, let's just take a look at this point real quick. See what we can see, guys. So who do we have tuning into the chat today? I see Fishing for Dollars in here. What's going on? Good to see you in the chat. You said just ran into Randy Blockett. Are you sure? You ran into Randy Blockett. Did you talk to him? What did y'all talk about? Oh, what is that right there? What is that right there? All right, looks like there's something right under the boat. So we're gonna try one of these minnow baits, guys. Martavi says, how is the weather out there today? Oh, the weather is great. Take a look at that. The sun is over there hiding behind those clouds right now. But it still is a lovely day out here. We're sitting in 26 feet of water. There is a fish sitting right here below the boat. Take a look at that right there. Can you see that little bitty dot? That is my bait going straight down to where that fish is at. And we're gonna stop it right there above where that fish is at. See if it's a loner or if it has a few of its buddies down there with him. All right, looks like that one didn't even want to come out and play. Oh, maybe he did. He was right there. Oh my goodness. And I moved it. Let's get back over there. Let's get back over there and see what happens. What's going on? We have Chickenhawk tuning in. He says, instead of showing me a dot on the screen, why not show me a fish in the boat? Asking for the same friend with all the questions. Oh my goodness. Does anybody in the chat know who Chickenhawk is? If you know who Chickenhawk is, put Chickenhawk in the chat. Chickenhawk is kind of like the mouth of the South. Always has something to talk about, but never any fish to show for anything. Does anybody know who Chickenhawk is? If you know who Chickenhawk is, put Chickenhawk in the chat. If not, then I'll have to give you an introduction to who Chickenhawk is. We have Yuri says, where is it? USA. Yes, I am out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Scouting around for a few spotted bass, seeing what we can find for today. The bite has been kind of tough, guys. Things are kind of changing up now, so water temps were in the 40s last week. And now, as you see, they've jumped up to about 54 degrees. So they've gone up 10 degrees in about the last, I'd say, last week or so. All right, so Chickenhawk, what would you say is your funniest video clip that you have? Well, what would you say is your best video clip? Because we're gonna have people give you a grade. We're gonna grade your video clips since you think you're just a man on YouTube. We're gonna have people take a look, and they're gonna give you grade it on a scale of 1 to 10. Billy Hernandez said, "Mr. Blah Blah." That's who Chickenhawk is. Mr. Blah Blah. What's going on, Declan? We have Declan tuning in. Do we have anybody that is new to the channel, that hasn't been on the channel before? Is today your first day checking out the channel? If it is, I always want to give a proper introduction, let you guys know what's going on over here on this channel. If anybody has any questions, comments, concerns, worries, All right, let's see. So yeah, so they're not really hitting on that. So let's get that back in here. One of these days, I'm gonna get one on that minnow bait. I'm not gonna give up on it. All right, let's see. Declan says, what are you fishing for? We're out here fishing for spotted bass primarily, but every once in a while we'll catch a largemouth bass. We have Ken Sleep, or is that Ken's Leap? He says, you sound like Hugh Janis. I don't know who that is. Does anybody know who Hugh Janis is? Billy says, what kind of fish is in that lake? So we have spotted bass, largemouth bass, catfish, crappie, brim, stripers, walleye. What am I forgetting, guys? What else am I forgetting? Perch. What's going on, Andy? Andy checking in from the UK. King of Shine says, this is my first time here. Really appreciate you for taking a minute to tune in to see what's going on over here with this thing we call Bass for Cash. So basically what I do, guys, is get out here on a weekly basis, all right? On a weekly basis, we are out here. We are hunting around, trying to get a fish or two to the boat. Once I catch a fish, I will hold it up, let you guys take a look at it. I have a measuring board right back here that I will put that fish on so you can get a good idea of the size of that fish. And if you guess the exact weight of the fish, then you will walk away with a nice cash prize. Just that quick and easy. It does not cost anything to participate. All you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, and that is it. All right, so what does Chickenhawk say? He says, I would say when I caught that 4.5-pound smallmouth, have you ever caught a smallmouth that big? That's probably the only time you've caught a fish that big in your whole life, Chickenhawk. All right, so Chickenhawk, do you know how to put the link? Go and get the link and put the link to that clip in the chat, because we're gonna take a look at it and we're gonna let the viewers decide is like what rating would they give that video clip on a scale of 1 to 10. What's going on, Voodoo? He says double tap the screen if you're new here. That's right. Make sure you double tap the screen and also hit that subscribe button. All it takes is to hit that subscribe button to participate in Bass for Cash. It does not cost a thing, guys. All right, so we're out here for a good time, not a long time. And hopefully we can get on some fish and find them pretty quick. They've been hot. They've been hiding pretty good lately. Oh, my goodness. Look at this, guys. These knots. Let's see if we can get that knot loose pretty quick. All right, but Chickenhawk, go ahead and get that link and put that link in the chat, because I want everybody to take a look at it. And then we're gonna give you a grade. We're going to see what people actually think. We have Brian, the Fisherman Baker, tuning in. He says, what's up, money? What's going on, Brian? Good to see you back in the chat. All right. So do you guys see the link in the chat that Chickenhawk just put in there? The Adventures of Chickenhawk. He just put a link in the chat. He said, but I think I prefer one where I imitate you. Okay, all right. So put a yes in the chat. Do you guys see the link that Chickenhawk just put in the chat? And for anybody just tuning in, what we are about to do is I want everybody to go and take a look at the little video clip that Chickenhawk has just put in there. He just dropped the link in the chat. It should be about 10 or 15 seconds long for you to watch that little clip that he put in there. And when you come back, I want you to let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think that clip is? Because he think he's just dropping all kind of gems. And while you are there, make sure you hit the subscribe button on his video. Hit the subscribe button on it while you're there. And then we can come back and laugh at it, okay? We'll be laughing at Chickenhawk. He thinks we're going to be laughing with him with his video, but we're going to be laughing at him. We have Ping 2. checking in, says hi from Russia to all American fishermen. What kind of fish are you catching out there in Russia? What kind of fish are you catching out there in Russia? All right, so has anybody clicked on the link yet? Has anybody clicked on that link yet? And also, let me know how many subscribers does Chickenhawk have, guys? Voodoo says, I saw the video of the bass bouncing out of Chickenhawk's boat. Oh my goodness. You know, Chickenhawk think he's out here doing amazing things with these fish on the lakes. All right, so Voodoo, did you watch the video clip yet? I want to know what you guys think on a scale of 1 to 10. What would you rate his video? What's going on? Clarence says, what are you fishing with right now? I'm throwing a shaky head again. I see a few fish out here kind of relating to the bottom. And what we're doing is we're going to be moving around a lot today, just trying to locate some active fish. Ping 2 says, I am a fisherman too. I like fishing at the sea. So what kind of fish do you catch when you go fishing? Ping 2. Am I saying your name right? What's going on, Fred Dyer? He says, what's up, MoneyBass? That water looks like glass today. It sure does, and it's crystal clear. Man, it is hard to catch some fish out here, for me at least. I'm pretty sure somebody's out here banging them out, but not your partner MoneyBass right now. So what I'm doing today is just kind of idling around, looking in a few ditches, checking out a few points, things like that. Just looking around to see if we can locate where some of these fish may have moved to. So we're just going into the back of a cove right now just to check around back here. Sitting in 36 feet of water right now. Look at Chickenhawk. Said Fred Dyer, let me find out. What you gonna find out, Chickenhawk? And the horny hippo is in the chat. Oh my goodness. I guess you don't want to be around a hippo like that, right? It says, any luck today? Well, we're just getting started. We haven't been out here for 30 minutes yet, but no, we haven't caught anything yet. Ping 2 says, too many carp in Saledka. Okay. Yeah, but hopefully we'll find a fish or two. Hey, Chickenhawk. You know, wait till I get you out on the lake, Chickenhawk. You just wait. That's what you need to be trying to find out. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And if you could, be so kind as to make sure you double tap your screen on the way into the live stream, guys. That is how you will like the video, and it really does help with the channel. And what we're doing today is this thing we call Bass for Cash, where I get out here on a weekly basis, see if we can find where those bass are hiding out, get one or two of those fish to the boat, and see if anybody can guess the weight of that fish. Now, if you guess the exact weight of the fish, you will walk away with a nice cash prize, all right? Just that quick and simple, guys. That is Bass for Cash. It does not cost anything to participate. All that you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, all right? So make sure that you have subscribed to the channel, guys. King of Shine says, hey, they hiding under that pontoon. They're hiding from you, MoneyBass. Go over there and get them. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's see. Heapy Dave says, do you remember how to catch it? What does Timothy Turner say? He says, I'm going to get out on Lanier Friday. Have to do it. Let me see. Have to do it with the good weather this week. Oh, yeah, the weather is nice. Fred Dyer says, when are you and Chickenhawk going to have a fish off? As soon as he stops running. You know, he just went and bought a new pair of Nikes the other day, so he's running. He's running, Fred. Clarence says, you have the reel handle on the wrong side. How are you fishing backwards? What's going on? Jack of all trades is in the chat. That's a good name. I like it. Jack of all trades. Jack of all trades says, what is the fish count? The fish count is currently 0. We've been out here for about 30 minutes, guys. We may be out here for maybe, I don't know, maybe about 2 to 3 hours today, maybe. See how many we can get to the boat. See if things have kind of changed up for us. Texas Snoop says, today is going to be a fish catching day for you, Money, because of the company we have on here. All right, we're going to see. Oh, I see what you're saying. I got you. I see what you're saying, Texas Snoop. Hey, Chickenhawk, he didn't ask you all of that. Has anybody gone over to Chickenhawk's channel and taken a look at the video? Chickenhawk, put that link in the chat again real quick. I think some people may have missed it. When you put the link in the chat, it kind of, as long as the chat is moving, it's going to push it off the screen so they don't really get to see it unless they click on it right away. Now, Chickenhawk is going to drop a link in the chat, guys. So, you know, sometimes we do some episodes, we do some jokes. Sometimes we do some riddles. Have different topics that we talk about. Today, what we are going to talk about first is, do you guys see that link that Chickenhawk put in the chat? Put yes if you can see that link. I need you to click on that link, go watch that video, and actually leave him a comment. Leave him a comment and let him know if you think that video is any good or not. Then I want you to come back here and let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, how good do you think that video is? He's saying he caught, that video is showing him catch a 4.5 pound smallmouth. I think he may have photoshopped that fish because Chickenhawk doesn't normally catch fish that big. All right, drop a yes in the chat if any of you have already clicked on that link and gone and watched the video. All right, I think we are back now, guys. Can you guys hear me in the chat? If you can, drop a 1 in the chat for me real quick. Just want to see if we are back in action and good to go. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me okay now. All right, there we go. We're good. Really appreciate that. We have a columnar checking in. Hippie Dave hit me with the 1. All right, really appreciate that, guy. We were out of range for a quick minute. I see somebody out there on the lake waving at me. Let's see if we can zoom in. Who is that? How you doing? Are you catching anything? Uh-oh, so how many you got to the boat? Oh, that's a columnar over there, guys. Look, take a look at that. So we both have the same thing to the boat. Not a thing. So I've been out here for about 30 minutes or so. Hopefully things will change for us. We'll see. We'll see. All right, guys. So there you go. You see, there's always somebody out here on the lake. I have another little buddy of mine that's out here. We'll check in with him in just a second and see what he's finding out here, which may be the same thing that I'm finding, which is nothing right now. But again, we're just getting started, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh, okay. He's out there roughing it with a dead trolling motor battery. I've had days like that before. So did anybody go and check out Chickenhawk's channel? Did anybody go and check out Chickenhawk's channel yet? No Hesse back in the chat says, while watching, getting a lift, and how many you catch today so far? So we've been out here for, well, we've been out here just about 30 minutes or so. Have not caught anything yet. We're just getting started. So you're catching us right at the beginning. So we're gonna see. I mean, we're scouting around, but as I've told you guys, and as you have heard from other people that I've talked to out here, things have kind of changed. It's a little tough out here right now. So we're gonna be moving around a lot, scouting around until we find where these fish are hiding at. I'm on the lower end of the lake, the lower end of the lake today, guys. No, Hesse says the weather conditions. Any tournaments on the water? Nah, no tournaments today as far as I know. But if you take a look, I mean, it's a pretty nice day. We have a little overcast out there. G-Mac, what's going on? G-Mac tuning in from Germany. Good to see you in the chat. Have you been doing any fishing out there in Germany? If so, what kind of fish are you catching out there? Guten Tag from my fellow Germanians. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Germanians? Germans? Good to see you in the chat. But yeah, what kind of fishing do you do out there? Man, these fish out here today, they are not cooperating at all. So we're gonna fish around here we'll probably stay here for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we're gonna take off again. All right, so you, pike and catfish. Okay. Pike and catfish, good deal. G-Max says, also European bass. Okay. Peter says, we're at in the USA. I am on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Out here hunting around for some spotted bass, seeing what we can find. Okay, G-Max says they're out there catching catfish. I know we have a lot of guys that like to go fishing for catfish out here too. They actually do catfish tournaments. Wow, the 291 is the record so far. All right, good deal. All right, so just a quick rehash for anybody that is new to the channel. Actually, if you are new to the channel, if today is your first time tuning in and checking us out, type the word new in the chat. Type the word new in the chat. What does Peter say? I fish for barbel, carp, northern pike, and some other species like tench. I have not heard of barbel and tench before. Okay. So where are you at, Peter? Where are you located at? All right, we have some new people tuning in. Shout out to Anthony. We have Robert. I think G-Mac is new. Peter says he's new. Alistair, new. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. So what we do, I get out here on a weekly basis, and we do this thing called Bass for Cash. Things have kind of slowed up a little lately, which has made it kind of tough. But what we do is as I bring the fish to the boat, I will hold those fish up, let you take a look at the fish. I will put them on a measuring board. That measuring board is right there towards the back of the boat. Once I put the fish on the measuring board to give you an idea of the size of that fish, all you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel and guess the exact weight of the fish, and you will walk away with a nice cash payout. Courtesy of SWAT Lawn Operations. Does anybody know what SWAT stands for? S-A-W-T on this channel? SWAT Lawn Operations. What does SWAT stand for? But want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. And also want to give a big shout out to FishX Live. FishX Live, a premier tournament app, guys. It is a live fishing app. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you go and do that. Has a lot of great features out there for tournament anglers, and if you're just an angler that wants to get out there and up their game a little bit, has a little bit of something out there for you for that too. All right, now let's throw this little swim bait out here and see what we can do. let's go ahead and switch over to this little swim bait. Ah, and right away got hung up on it. We might be able to get this one back. What's going on, Alexandria? We have Alexandria tuning in. She's dropping the rules of engagement in the chat. And she lets you guys know all about SWAT lawn operations. It stands for Service with All the Trimmings. Based out of Conyers, Georgia, and services all surrounding metro Atlanta areas. For a free estimate for your residential or commercial properties, please call 404-423-5131. And let them know MoneyBass sent you, all right? So I want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. And there she goes. She dropped the link in there for Fish X Live also, guys. So make sure you go and check out Fish X Live. Look at that. Can you guys see that big rock down there? There's a big rock down there. A lot of rocks down here in this area. Let's see. Can I get this bait back? Come on, rocks. Don't take it from me. Don't do me like that. What's going on, Lorenzo? Lorenzo back in the chat. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one back, but let's try. Let's see. Oh, I can actually see the bait down there, guys. Oh, I can see it stuck on some wood down there. Frisco said, do I hear the ice cream man? Man, I think it came off of the line. Let's see. Yeah, it sure did. How about that? All right, let's reel it back in and try it again. It didn't break off on us yet, guys. What's going on, 5280 Outdoors? Back at it once again, out here having a good time on the lake. 5280 Outdoors says, fish, 5280. You didn't even introduce yourself. You didn't ask how I was doing or anything. I mean, how rude. You just came in and asking about fish. I mean, I know it's a fishing show and stuff, but, you know, I have feelings too. I mean, you're supposed to at least come in and say, hey, man, how's the weather? How's everybody doing? Let's not talk about fishing right now. Let's just, let's just talk about, let's talk about the weather. I mean, you see how nice the day is? Why are you so worried about fishing? And that's not what it's all about, It's about camaraderie and, building relationships and getting to know each other better. That's what fishing is all about, right? Man, that is a big tree root. Can you guys see it right there? And I can see my bait. Where did my bait go? I see my bait down there. Let's see if we can stop right on top of it. So my bait is stuck down there on a tree root. Uh-oh, Alexandria, she's in here. She's like, hey, everybody, what's going on with it? She said, we need to get the likes up. And I think I kind of agree with her. How many likes do we have? Oh, yeah, the likes are looking ugly. We're pushing around 200 people in the chat. We only have 50 likes. What is up with that? All right, we're dropping this bait down there. We're going to see if we can get it. Get my bait out of that tree root that's down there. All right, we got it loose that time. We got it loose. Now we got it back, guys. Now we got to reel this back in. Mark says, hi from NZ. Wait a minute, what is NZ? I don't know what that is. Fishing with Kedra from the Mississippi Delta. Good to have you in the chat. All right, let's see, guys. We got the bait back. Can you believe it? I'll show you guys what I was throwing to as soon as I get it off of here. All right, there we go. Now, this right here is what I use. It's a bait knocker. So, like, whenever you can knock your baits loose. So, if you get baits hung up on rocks, trees, things like that. So, I was throwing this bait right here, and it got hung up down there. All right, Isaac says New Zealand. Man, we have New Zealand checking in the chat. All right, so there we go. So that was the bait that I was throwing, just letting it run across the bottom. Let me see a little something. Okay, we're good. So yeah, I was just running that bait across the bottom of the lake, but it kind of got hung up on some of those, apparently some big tree roots are down there. I just said neighbors. Okay, neighbors, I'm Aussie. All right, good deal, good deal. Gonna let it fall all the way to the bottom again. Let's see if we can make it back without getting hung up this time. What's going on, Fishing with Kedra? Back in the chat. Ella says Super Bowl Bass Tournament Sunday morning on Clarks Hill Lake, Cherokee boat ramp, $80 per boat. Oh, okay. How many boats do you think you're gonna have there, Ellis? Isaac says, gotta go to school. All right, look at that. Got hung up again, so I'm not gonna do that again. All right, we're gonna make a few more casts here, then we're gonna pack up and roll out once again. Appreciate that, Kedra. And make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. Remember, Bass for Cash, it does not cost a thing. All that you have to do is be a subscriber to the channel, and that's about it. All right, so we're gonna make one or two more casts here, guys, and then we're gonna roll out again. We have the Polish bass racer back in the chat. Says, checking in, Money. How we doing today? We're doing pretty good. We're out here, kind of relaxing, having a relaxing day on the lake. My arms are not tired at all from setting the hook because it has not happened yet. We're just out here on the hunt, guys. We have to find out, where are these fish hiding from? G Max says Poland. Josh says, where you at? I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. Scouting around trying to find some of these spotted bass that do not want to cooperate anymore. They're like, hey, Money Bass, we know you want to do this thing called Bass for Cash, but we're not going to cooperate. And actually, let's go ahead and phone a friend real quick. So there's somebody that's been out here a little longer than I have. Let's see how they're doing. So I'm going to call M4 Fishing. He's out here on the lake hiding out somewhere. All right, looks like M4 is hiding too. I'm pretty sure if he caught something, he would have called me. I'm pretty sure he would have said something if he caught something. Polish Bass Racer says, what's the water temp? The water temps have increased. They are sitting at 50 degrees where I'm currently at. I was just in an area where it was 54 degrees. So the water temps are kind of bouncing around anywhere from 49 to like 55 degrees right now, guys. So things have kind of changed up a lot within the past, I'd say 2 weeks since we've been out here. For Ring says, you got to do the fishy dance. I don't know how to do that. You need to send me a video clip. Let me see what that is. Josh says, you ever come to Gunnersville, Alabama? Yes, sir. I've been there quite a few times. I actually won a mega bass, a $5,000 mega bass pot there. That's kind of how I got the name Money Bass. Who is that? Shout out to Delta Bass. Hit me with the $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate. All right, everybody, let's celebrate his third super chat on the live stream. Really appreciate that. Everybody put DB in the chat for Delta Bass. I always have to give credit where credit is due. Anytime somebody steps up and, feels the need to kind of encourage these fish with a membership or a super chat or something like that. Really appreciate that, sir. So we'll see. Will that help the fish bite? Will it help the fish bite? I see another one sitting right out there. Let's see. So now I see a few fish. Shout out to Delta Bass. Really appreciate that, everybody, shouting out Delta Bass in the chat. Post Bass Racer says, I would say a shaky head with a Cinco in a green pumpkin color. Okay, all right. Great minds think alike. Antoine says, what country are you at? What country? Uh-oh, I am in Lake Lanier in Georgia in the United States. Where are you at, Antoine? Where are you from? Guys, we are worldwide. We have a little bit of everybody tuning in. Who did we have earlier? Poland. We had Switzerland, New Zealand checking in. If everybody could, actually, in the chat, where are you guys from? What state, city, country? Drop it in the chat. Let's see where everybody is from, guys. We have Sydney, Australia checking in. Hello, mate. Did I get it right, Antoine, did I say it right? Sydney, Australia in the chat. Oh, my goodness. I want to give a big shout out to FishX Live, guys. There we go, fishxlive.com. If you are a tournament fisherman, you definitely want to make sure you go and take advantage of it right now, because you can go there and download that app for free. Get a free 7-day subscription. The tournament season is about to kick in full swing, and it has a great online journal that I know you guys will definitely be able to take advantage of and, get some good results with. Lil CC says, people have been catching crappie like crazy in Georgia. That is true. I think they do that year-round out here. Rory Johnson says he's from Lawrenceville, Georgia. Delta Bass is from Mississippi. All right, and shout out to Alexandria. You guys see it. She dropped the information for FishX Live in the chat. So if anybody wants to see what we're talking about, make sure you go over to that link. And like I said, you can get that app. You can download that right now. It has a 7-day free trial on it. So you guys can get that app, click around in there, log a few fish in your online journal. Voodoo says, hey, I'm from Louisiana. 4 Ring says, got me a PB lightning trout, 5.8 pounds on Saturday. Wow, lightning trout. I haven't heard of those before. All right, let's go ahead and pack up and roll out again, guys. We're going to roll out one more again, because we need to find where these fish are hiding at today. And you guys saw me. I was trying to phone a friend just a second ago, but my phone a friend didn't want to answer the phone. You know what that means, right? That means that they're out here and they're not catching anything yet either. So we're on the hunt. What's going on, Bass Brawlers? Good to see you back in the chat. We might have to break out the spoon too, so I'll go ahead and leave this on the deck. All right, so we'll leave that spoon up here just in case. All right, and it's time to roll out. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see. Frisco says, what happened to the other graph? The other graph started having issues with the images on the screen. So I contacted Humminbird. They sent me a, what's the shipping label? They told me to send it back. They're going to fix it or replace it for free. All right. So hopefully today is what, Wednesday? Hopefully by next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere around in there, I'll have another graph. Wait a minute, Alexandra. What are you laughing at in the chat? What kind of jokes y'all got going on in there? All right, let's put a little stank on it. Let's see. Lil Cece says, good luck. Have a great time fishing. Catch a monster. God bless everyone. Good to have you stop through. Stop for a good time, not a long time. Really appreciate you. Hopefully you'll swing back through again. ATM says tight lines. Appreciate you. Far Dog says, what's up, money? From Southeast Oklahoma. Let's put a little stank on it, guys. You guys see I changed the color up a little bit. We're going with the little green pumpkin right there. Just trying something a little different. Since they're biting different, I got to change the color up a little bit. I'm going to put a little stank on there for them. Give them something to taste on. They'll be like, yeah, let me taste that. Need one of those fish to come and put the mouthpiece on it so I can introduce them to everybody. Delta Bass says, saw that empty slot on the console the other day. I thought Chickenhawk had sabotaged you. Man, you know Chickenhawk is always trying to sabotage something. But nah, he didn't get me that time. Man, things are looking kind of ugly out here, guys. Frisco says, biting different or not at all? I would say not at all right now. I'm actually seeing fish that'll come and look at the bait and just not even hit it at all. Lil Cece says, will do. I subscribe to your channel. Much support. Really, really appreciate that, Lil Cece. ATM Reaper says, you soak your plastics? I do not. I know some people, they'll put a little different types of scent in the bag and kind of soak them that way. But for me, I don't like getting that stuff all over my fingers. So I don't really do that. This is the break says Chickenhawk is making moves. What kind of moves is Chickenhawk making? Has anybody gone and checked out The Adventures of Chickenhawk on YouTube, the YouTube channel, The Adventures of Chickenhawk? What's going on, Tim Burdett? He says, how many crappie have you caught? The same amount of crappie and bass have been caught today. How about that? Does that give you an indication of the answer to that question? Frisco says, you tried jerkbait today? That may entice them. I have not tried a jerkbait yet today. What I've been doing today is spending a lot of time scouting around, trying to see if I can just locate where these fish could be schooled up at. And I have not found that yet. Timber, this is because it looks like you're crappie fishing. We have Keljit back in the chat. Says, how many have you caught? I have caught the same. Today, I have caught the same amount. Let me see for it. Pekka says, any crocs out there? Nope, no crocs out here. Voodoo says, looks like only toes. Might be getting some updates.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice message. 404-376-8777 is not available.
All right, guys, let's see. Lil CC says, try that point right in front of you. The one that I'm fishing right now, Lil CC, is that the one that you're talking about? So, yep, I am fishing that point right there in front of me. We'll see. It doesn't look like anything might come out of that, though. Fardog says, freaking old wiggle warts. in halfway back of drains in Oklahoma. Of course, red is the dominant color. Okay. Tim says, hey, hit him with a number 7 shad wrap, natural color. What is Voodoo saying in the chat? He says, looks like only toes. Oh, my goodness. Alexander says, do not start. What's going on? C219 Troll says, anything today? No, sir. Not yet. Not yet. Frisco says, at least you're not catching a headache. Appreciate that, Lorenzo. He says, it does not cost a thing to like and subscribe, guys. We are over 200 people in the chat, and we only have 65 likes. Let's see if we can fix that just a little bit. All right, so there is a fish directly under the boat. So let's see if it might want to hit a little minnow bait. What's going on, Roxanne? Roxanne back in the chat. Appreciate you for tuning in. Hope everything's been doing well, going well with you. C219 Troll said, man, you need to take up crappie fishing. You might be right. If you come out to Lake Lanier, C219 Troll, let me know. Cause we'll have to go, we'll do crappie for cash. How about that? Cash for crappie. This is the break says, pan hard to the right. I think I seen Chickenhawk over there in the bushes. Let's see, is that Chickenhawk over there? Let's zoom in. I think he is over there hiding behind that bush. Is that Chickenhawk over there behind those bushes? Frisco says, what forward-facing sonar setup are you using with the trolling motor and thinking of investing? So I have the original Humminbird Mega Live system. So you know they have Mega Live 2 that is out now. I do not have that. So if you were going to invest in one, yeah, I would go with Garmin. Has a great one, of course. Everybody knows about that one. Humminbird Mega Live 2 looks to be a great thing. So if you already have Humminbird, and I would say whatever system that you currently have on your boat, you may want to just think about staying with that company because all three of them have great options. But of course, if you're going to be starting from scratch, then I would just go based off of pricing and stuff, really. C219 Tro says, I've never fished Lanier, but we can find them. I'm pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure I've seen a lot of crappie and tried to catch them thinking they were bass before. All right, so I am not seeing anything on this point, guys. So we're about to roll out one more again. Probably need to break out my drop shot too. But we'll take a look whenever we get to the next spot. Let's go ahead and roll out again, guys. We're going to keep on moving. We're going to keep on moving. How are the likes looking? If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat. Type the word like in the chat. You guys know I always like to see who is actually participating and getting active with the channel. If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. All right, let's see, guys. Lorenzo said, go to those docks. You want to go fish some docks, guys? All right, in the chat, you guys want to go fish some docks? Now, those are kind of shallow over there. But we'll go fish some docks, guys. We'll try it out and see. All right, guys, we're just kind of idling over here. We're gonna idle over toward these docks. So let me just show you guys. There's some docks over there, some docks over on the other side. So we're just gonna go down, and what we'll do is we'll just go and fish this entire cove. All right, so there are the docks that we're gonna go and take a look at. And let's just see what you guys are talking about in the chat real quick. What's going on, Dalton? Dalton, good to see you in the chat. Appreciate everybody for hitting that like button. The likes are kind of creeping up a little bit. Frisco says, if you have a jig for those dock swim bait or chatterbait. Dalton says, I'd scan for grass in 8 to 12 feet of water, especially isolated patches, find where the grass is. So this lake is a little different. It's not really known to be a grassy lake. Frisco says, but guessing you will just dangle something. Frisco said docks with most shade or warmer. All right, so we're gonna go all the way down and just fish these docks on the way back. All right, so let me show you guys what we're gonna do. See all of these docks right here? We're gonna just start here. We're gonna fish all the way around, all of these docks. So it looks like there's kind of some deeper water over there. We're gonna check those out too. We'll see. And actually, I was thinking about grabbing a crankbait. But we'll see. Let's just take a look and see what we see out here first. Frisco says, hopefully he can get that smelly animal off the boat. All right, Frisco. All right, Frisco. I see you've been hanging out with Derek a little bit. All right, got that one hung up. Let's get that loose. Man, now that is ugly. Getting some 6-pound line twisted up. All right, let's just go ahead and do the right thing and retie that. It's always something, always something. All right, let's see. Where's that knot at? What's going on? We have Pure Alaska in the chat. Oh my goodness, Pure Alaska, something doesn't quite look right with your name. What's going on, Pure Alaska? All right, so yeah, we have to retie this right here. This is 6-pound fluorocarbon on here, so once this gets knotted up, you don't want to play around with it, because if it has any kinks in it and you get a fish on it, you will definitely lose it. All right, so let's go ahead and get this line in. So I have a little minnow bait on here, guys. I've been trying to figure out how these guys right here doing this minnow bait thing. Adriano says, what is this? What's going on? This is fishing. It's not quite catching. It's not quite catching right now. It's fishing. All right, let's go ahead and get this retied, guys. I guess, I think I'm going to go back with 8-pound line on this instead of sticking to. Let me straighten this line out. We'll have to do all of this later. We'll have to go in here and get my line bag kind of cleaned up. I guess from bouncing around on all these waves and running from lake to lake, it's kind of taking its toll. Instead of going back with 6-pound line, we're going to go back with 8-pound line, guys. You run to me and somebody hurt you, even if the somebody was me. All right, so we're gonna get this through here, and we are going to use a. What do you guys think? Braid to fluoro, 8-pound. Braid to 8-pound fluoro. Would you use a double uni or an Alberto knot? Frickle says, all those rods on the deck and no standby? I don't have a lot of rods on the deck. I think I only have, 3 or 4 up there, right? All right, so we're going to go with an Alberto knot, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One way, go back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and go back through that original loop. Frisco says he does 7. All right, make sure that knot isn't slipping. It is good to go. That'll get a 7-pounder to the boat. Cut that knot off as close as I can get it, and then I just check the knot one more time, because sometimes if I accidentally nick that line, all right, let's see. All right, there we go. That's a good one. Make sure the drag is right. All right, so now the length of this leader. that's not good. Shout out to Clint Perry. We have Clint Perry tuning in, guys. Came straight in and hit the channel with a membership, and that membership went to Crockett. Looks like I haven't seen Crockett in a while. Maybe Crockett will come back and give us another visit. Shout out to Clint Perry. I believe that makes Clint. Is Clint the sponsor? Guys, you know what? I've lost track. Who is the sponsor of today's live stream? Who is the sponsor of today's live stream? Really appreciate that. Everybody put CP in the chat. CP comes right in and gets straight to it. He's like, hello, everybody. Let me give you a proper introduction. If everybody could put CP in the chat, really appreciate that, Lorenzo, Delta Bass, and Voodoo. First three to get that CP in the chat. Really appreciate you guys. All right, so I tied a quick polymer knot on there. And this is the little minnow bait that I'm throwing, guys. So I've been sticking with it. I just increased the line size just a little bit. We went up to 8 pound instead of 6 pound line. All right, now let's hop back down here and see what we can see. Clint said it isn't gonna matter what knot you tie. Clint, how could you? What is happening, Clint? Well, let me ask you, Clint, why isn't it gonna matter what type of knot that I tie, Clint? What does that mean, Clint? What are you saying? Voodoo said, oh no. Oh man, not Clint too. I'm gonna remember this, guys. I'm going to remember this. Today's current live stream sponsor is Delta Bass with a $5 super chat, with honorable mentions going to CP. I think somebody else came in and hit the channel with a super chat too. I mean, not with a gifted membership. I can't remember who it was though, guys. Does anybody remember? Somebody came in and they got a gifted membership today. Do you remember who gifted you that membership? That's right, Bill Meeks. Shout out to Bill Meeks. It was country living and fishing. Really appreciate that. Frisco says, hold up, how someone not even in the room getting gifted? You blocking me for a like? You see that, Voodoo? I'm in here getting accused of a crime. I didn't commit these crimes that I'm being accused of. All right, let's go ahead and put a little more stank on it. The way that this area looks that we're about to fish right now, guys, it's, you know, we could come across a largemouth. Possibly, maybe, maybe not. We'll see. So I see a nice lay down up there ahead of us. So we'll get up here and fish that. But one thing about it, guys, this water is super clear. What's going on, Devin? Devin says, have you had any luck? No, sir, not today. Frisco says, I was just playing with him. Oh, yeah, I'm getting accused of these crimes. I didn't commit these crimes. All right, so look at that big tree coming into the water right there. So we're just going to fish all the way from here, just straight down this tree. and see if anything is down there. See if we have any hungry critters down there. Fickle said, yeah, something might accidentally run across your hook. Well, doesn't look like anything's gonna run across that hook if it's hung up. All right, well, guess we're not gonna catch anything right there. Voodoo says, man, y'all killing MoneyBass today. His back is hurting. Yeah, they let me have it today, Voodoo. You guys see how clear that water is? I might need to go and try to find some water that has a little more stain to it. Look, can you guys see that turtle right there? Where'd he go? Can you guys see it? He's headed right over to the boat. Let's drop a bait down there and see what he'll do. Hey, he went in the shell. Where'd he go? There he goes again. Frisco said, that close, you ran the bass off. Yeah, I had to run the bass off. I wanted to get my bait back. A Columbus says, that turtle is 2.54 pounds. All right, guys, so we're going to fish these docks back here. I guess we'll break out a wacky rig and hit some of these docks. Frisco man says, I knew it, Mr. Dangler. Oh, you're talking about dangling a wacky worm. All right, guys, we're inching the likes up. We're inching our way up. We're sitting at about 76 likes with 150 people plus in the chat. We're getting there, slowly but surely. What is that? Let's see. All right, do I already have it out and ready? I sure do. It is out here and ready to roll. But let's put a little something on there to make it look a little more appealing. We're gonna put a little yellow on there. And then we're gonna be very careful put this thing called blood red on there. Just a little bit. There we go. Oh, I see a fish under there, guys. What's going on, April? We have April tuning in back in the chat. Good to see you. Hope you have been doing well. All right, guys, do you think I can get about 6 or 7 more likes? We have about 200 plus people in the chat. I think we need maybe just 6 or 7 more likes. Texas Newt, that's not the right question. You're supposed to say, hey, MoneyBass, you enjoying yourself today? You having a good day? How are you feeling? That's what you're supposed to be asking. Oh, Frisco. Frisco, what are you saying? Frisco, what does that mean? What's going on, Mike, from Arkansas? Frisco, what does that mean? I can't believe how I'm being treated. I can't believe it. Texas Duke says, Money, we had a guest in the chat today, and you were to show hospitality by catching a fish. Oh, I am. I just, I figured you guys wanted to talk and stuff for a while. I didn't want to be rude and interrupt your conversations with me catching a fish, right? That would be kind of rude. We have Coy checking in, says, what state and lake? I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. We're out here fishing for some of these, maybe a largemouth. Let's see how far we can get that back under. All right, that was a good one. Of course, says, how far is Lanier from Douglas, Georgia? I'm not sure, but Google Maps will tell you exactly, right? Could be an hour, something like that, maybe. But just search Lake Lanier in Google Maps. Frisco. See, Frisco, you know something? You've been on this channel when I was catching a lot of fish. Now, whenever I start getting fish to the boat, I'm going to remember this. I'm going to try to make sure that you don't ever guess the correct weight of the fish anymore. I'm going to remember these days, Frisco. Man, these docks are looking kind of naked. Texas Noob says, do we need to get the fishing hopes of Chickenhawk? Coy says Lake Fork was dirty, slow, and going through a turnover. That does not seem like a good combination of things to have happening when you're out trying to catch some fish. So have any of you been watching any of the fishing tournaments that have been going on? I know the season has started now, so we have the pros out there doing their things on the lake. Has anybody been keeping up with any of that? Frisco says he watched MLF. Man, I used to watch that, but I couldn't find it anymore. Where do you go to watch that at? Can you watch it online? Can you still watch it on the internet? Boy says that 19-year-old kid is a killer on a bass boat. Frisco says that one period only Fort Faces Sonar are turning back to fishing. Yes, they do live. So when is their next tournament? So I'm going to try to catch the next one. And then I have to go back and try to figure out what these different periods are and, you know, the formats and everything. What's going on, Cash? Back in the chat. Really appreciate you for tuning back in. Oh, of course, said Trey McKinney. Is Trey only 19? Thought he was a little older than that. Texas Newt says next one is February 13th, Harris Chain. All right. So what does stage 2, stage 1, and all that? What does that mean when they have stage 1, stage 2? Are those different tournaments, or is that the same tournament, different groups of guys that go out and fish? What does that mean? Cash says, what lake are you fishing? I'm out here on Lake Lanier in Georgia. I'm not sure what lake I was on last time when you were in the chat, Cash. So we're currently sitting in 11 feet of water, guys. Frisco says different location / tournament. So why do they call it stages instead of just, I don't know, tournament number 1, tournament number 2? Stages to me makes it seem like it's the same tournament. Frisco says they are down to just 50 plus anglers. So do they eliminate people as the stages go? Is that what they're doing? Frisco said they do it to be different. I have not tried a horse bait. I do not know what that is. Course says you have to qualify to be eliminated. Let me see. You have to qualify not to be eliminated to hit the next stage. Frisco says no, they cut them at the beginning. So yeah, I remember that the tournaments, like say they're at a lake and they are fishing that tournament, that you have to catch a certain amount of pounds to be able to move on to fish either the following day or something like that. But that would still be under the same lake. And from what you guys are saying, that is still the same stage, because stage 1 is going to be the same lake the entire time. Right. Okay, there we go. Text Noob says everyone fishes day 1 and day 2 is elimination, correct. And then do they do a day 3? And day 3 is the knockout round. Okay, and then everybody that's remaining fishes day 3. Is that correct? So they fish 4 days total or 3 days total? All right, so they fish 4 days total. And then I'm taking it the last day. So day 3 is the top 20, and then day 4 is the top 10. All right, there we go. So day 1, everybody fishes. Day 2, they eliminate some of the competitors. Day 3 is the top 20, and then day 4 is the top 10. All right, good deal. And stages just means lake. Stage 1 just means lake number 1. All right, question says, have you fished a crawdad crankbait? I have not. Texas Snoop says they have a couple that are not stages. Good, okay. Eric says, hey, bro, where are you from? Lake Lanier, Georgia is where I'm currently fishing right now. Texas Snoop says they are a tournament, not for points. Gotcha. Eric says, I'm from Kazakhstan. Welcome to the channel. So what kind of fishing do you do in, am I pronouncing that right? Kazakhstan? What kind of fishing do you do out there? And you guys see that? Look down there. Can you see that big stump down there on the bottom of the lake right there? We're sitting in 13 feet of water, and you can see that big stump all the way down there on the bottom. All right, guys. This is the last dock. We are about to abandon this because I do not feel like anything is going to come from this. Country Living and Fishing says, have you put a bass in the boat yet? No, sir, I have not. You saw I tried to avoid that question when you asked it the first time, right? You're like, nope, you're not going to get out of answering that. I'm just going to keep asking it. So, no, we don't have anything to the boat yet. Frisco says, dangling's not doing it. I don't think anything would have done it on where I was just fishing at. Let's see. Let's just try. All right, let's roll out again, guys. Michael says, what bait were you using? I was throwing a wacky rig just then on some docks, but these docks may be a little too shallow. And this water is very clear where I'm at, so we're gonna run to a different area again and keep on looking. Oh my goodness, who is that? Chickenhawk says, the real question is, when is the last time you have put a bass in the boat? Asking for a friend. Chickenhawk, get out of my chat. Chickenhawk, get out of my chat. Don't come in here causing problems and harassing people. I'm gonna have to get a YouTube restraining order against you, Chickenhawk. Texas Noob, do not encourage anything that Chickenhawk comes in here talking about. That will make him stay longer because it'll make him feel good about himself. And we do not want that. Oh man, Chickenhawk. Chickenhawk said, obviously those fish have a YouTube restraining order against you and your live well. All right, all right. All right, we'll see. We'll see what's about to happen, guys. Corey says, how long you fished the nitro boats? I've been fishing nitro since 2020. Michael says, I use the wacky rig method myself. All right, so we're just going to come up on this point, see if we see anything out here. Eric says, these your videos. Let me see. Trying to get the translation right. It's all good. Appreciate you for tuning in, having a good time. Fishing is universal and worldwide. 5280 says, let's hit 100 likes. Oh, we need 12 more. Tap that like button. Really appreciate it. Michael says he just got a fishing rod to play fisherman. Oh, Michael, not you too. Don't tell me Chickenhawk has got you on his side too. Man, I'm gonna have to just stomp Chickenhawk out bad when we go to Logan Martin. Joey the Roast says, try some chicken necks. Just walk up to a chicken and say, hey, can I borrow your neck? Can I borrow that neck for a minute? I'll give it right back to you. Frisco said, when was the last time you tried to fish instinctively, no forward-facing sonar? So I have the forward-facing sonar on my boat. So every time I'm fishing from my boat, I have it turned on. So I don't fish with it turned off. But I do fish. Hey, I don't know how to answer that question, Frisco, because it's always on the boat. But if you watch the tournament that I just fished on Lake Harding and Lake, what was the last one? Sinclair. I didn't really use it, but yeah, that's kind of hard to say, Frisco. Anytime it's on the boat, it's going to be on pretty much. I mean, anytime I'm on the boat, it's going to be on. Country Living and Fishing says, we tease and love MoneyBass. What does Chickenhawk say? He says, Frisco, he doesn't have those skills. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. Country Living Fishing says, you know, it would be nice to see a bass. Texas Noop says, are you running with the rod benders this season? So, yes, sir. We have fished 2 tournaments so far. So, Texas Noop, did you ever set up an account on FishX Live? You can go on there right now, and then you can see the actual tournament results on FishX Live. So if you go, I guess first, Texas Noop, did you set up an account on FishX Live? Eric says language, Kazakhstan, Russia. Okay. What's going on, Mask Off? He says, please tell me some fish were caught today. Mask Off, get out of my chat. Leave. Get out of here. Do not come in here harassing me. All right, Texas Nuke says not yet. He says it's on my list of things to do. So yeah, all you have to do is just go to fishxlive.com. Go to fishxlive.com. The download is free. You can download it for free. And once you click that download button, just click on the tab that says tournaments and then search for Harding. Search for Lake Harding and you'll see the tournament results on there. All right, Country Living and Fishing says, okay, let's see. You can see one on mine also, maybe. We need to help MoneyBass out. Michael Miller says, but the way I use Wacky Rig is after I cast, I slowly reel in a little. Okay, bouncing it back to the boat. We have Russia in the chat. We have, what was it, Uzbekistan? I can't remember the other stand that was in the chat. We've had Yugoslavia in the chat, Australia, Switzerland, New Zealand. What's going on, Ivan? Has anybody gone and checked out The Adventures of Chickenhawk, his YouTube channel? He just uploaded a video, and I want to know what you guys think about it. The Adventures of Chickenhawk is the name of the channel. Has anybody seen that channel before? All right, hello from Russia. Russian Mafia from Seattle, Washington. Uh-oh, we have the Mafia on the line, too. What kind of fish do you guys catch? Texas Noob says the Toyota series at Pickwick is now going on. Okay. What was the last tournament that you fished, Texas Noob? Michael says you have a reel in slowly while bouncing it from time to time. Country Living and Fishing says, I just subbed to it. I will have to check him out and see his actions back up the talk. So who just subbed to Chickenhawk? Put Chickenhawk in the chat if you just subbed to the Adventures of Chickenhawk's channel. Rich G says, I am from this place called the United States of America. Has anyone ever heard of it? United States of America. All right. Texas Noob says, I fished local tournament. My team came in fourth, but I had the third biggest sack. All right. Good deal. Shout out to Nobody Really. Put some information in the chat for you guys. The Adventures of Chickenhawk, he says, sir, take a jig and wait for it. Bounce it, drag it, and swim it. We only need 2 more likes. Mascot Fishing says, y'all got to watch Chickenhawk video. Let me know if it's some fish catching going on. Mascot says, I'm not watching if he's not catching fish. Nobody really said, yeah, let me know if Chickenhawk is live catching fish. That is not going to happen, guys. Chickenhawk is going to catch Photoshop fish. He is not going to let you guys see what he does out there live, because you will be, what is that he is doing? Texas Snoop says he has another tournament in about 2 weeks at the power plant. All right. All right, Eric is getting busy in the chat, trying to miss a little English and Russian. Delta Bass says he subbed about an hour ago. All right, we're gonna roll out to another spot. So let's go and try to fish something a little bit deeper, because this water is so clear, guys, and I do not feel like running to get away from this clear water. And actually, you know what we can do? Hold on just a second. We're gonna phone a friend. We're gonna see if somebody else that is out here on the lake, if they're catching anything yet. Because word on these YouTube streets is that this lake is fishing tough. So I just want to see. Let's take a listen and see.
There he is.
What's going on, man? I got you on live.
Oh man, I'm on live right now.
Yeah, man. They're like, where's the fish at? We're looking at FishX Live and we don't see the fish you logged in yet.
I gotta get better at logging in fish, man. I'm in the car, man. I had to get out and take my son to soccer at 5:30, man.
Oh man, you already gone off the lake?
I had to leave, man. I got a phone call. Like, oh wow, thanks. So I had to pack up, man.
Uh-oh. So how many did you get?
I got 0, man. I was up there for 2 hours. You got nothing.
Oh man.
Not even a bite.
Oh, not even a bite. That's what I'm hearing from people out here these days.
Not even a bite. And trust and believe. I even do one of your mooch minnow, and I got some of those. I like a, I don't know, like a 1/8 ounce, sort of go down and play with them on their heads. I mean, it was wild out there, dude.
Yeah.
When I came in, there was a guy that said, "Hey, how'd you do?" I said, "Man, not good." He says, "I've been out there since 8 o'clock, and I caught 1 fish."
He caught 1 fish since 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock this morning, man.
Oh, so
One,
I guess these are the times where you just come out and enjoy the process, huh?
I guess so, man. I guess so, because it was tight. I swore I was going to get him today, man. And water's calm, and I was like, okay. The water's super clear right now too, man. It is super clear, super clear.
Oh yeah, it's definitely That's what it's like where I'm at too. So I'm gonna go out into some deeper water where maybe the visibility is not as good. Cause I mean, right now, this water it looks a lot clearer than what it normally is to me.
Well, yeah, exactly. What's causing that?
I do not know. I don't know. Look, Chickenhawk is in the chat said, please tell me that is not M4 fishing.
Hey, tell him it is the one and only, baby. The one and only. Oh man, I'll definitely. Dang, buddy, I would have definitely stayed on. I'll definitely get on the show and hey, if they have any questions, I'll definitely be happy to talk to the people.
Yeah, you got to get in and have a battle with you got to get in the chat and calm
Okay.
Chickenhawk down because he's in here being disrespectful and just messing up my chat.
Oh man, he can't come there. He can't be the party pooper.
Yeah, man. I took out a YouTube restraining order against him, but he's still on my channel.
Oh wow, Debbie Downer. Okay.
But all right, man. Let me go ahead and.
How you doing out there? You doing okay?
No.
Just got out
Oh no, I've been out here for about just a little over 2 hours. So I might be out here for about another 30 minutes or so.
It's rough, man. Yeah, it's tough. But I mean, hey, they're out there. You can see them. I mean, I see them all day long.
Right.
And then I didn't do spooning at all. I didn't spoon. And I saw some nice size was like in a group, like 4 of them in a group, down low, like about 40 feet deep.
Yeah.
They were there. I dropped on them, but I still didn't. Nothing. I mean, I even threw a jig on them one time.
Yeah. I might go out and try a spoon.
Okay. That'll work. That may work. But let me know how you do, man. I'll be watching.
Hey, hold on just a second.
Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I had to adjust something real quick. Let's see.
No problem at all.
All right, well, look, let me go ahead and run to this next spot.
Oh, okay, buddy. Hey, man, go out there and get it, man, because I surely didn't get anything today.
All right, I'll see what I can find.
Yeah, I'm sure Chickenhawk wouldn't do nowhere near no better.
Yeah, but you know that mouth on that, that beak on Chickenhawk, it don't stay closed.
Yeah, man, that's why I call him chicken tender, man. Chicken tender. Oh, man. I'll be here if you need anything, but I'll be joining right now, man.
All right, I see you, man.
Take care, man.
All right. All right, let's see, guys. Let's see. Yeah, it's looking a little ugly out here for everybody. Kind of like I figured, but we're not going to give up, guys. We have 30 minutes left. Frisco said 30 minutes. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. All right, Frisco. I see you've teamed up with Chickenhawk. Chickenhawk says, look at the bright side for me. I took a nap, ate lunch, saved gas, stayed warm, and caught the same amount of fish as this money guy. All right, Chickenhawk and Frisco. I'm going to remember this, guys. Nobody really says it's a power technique on saving worms for bait. All right, let's see, guys. Uh-oh. Texas Noob said, let's get serious in here for a minute. All right, what you got, Texas Noob? All right, Country Living and Fishing says, we do believe you will catch a fish sooner or later. Sooner or later. It's bound to happen sooner or later. The fish are in here somewhere. What's going on, A Columna? He says, I'm out of here. 0 for me today. Uh-oh. Another one bites the dust. A Columna said it was too tough for him out here too, guys. So word on these streets is that this lake is taking out a lot of people. Let me see. Rich G says, MoneyBass, it is time to throw the dynamite. It's the newest fishing technique. All right, Texas Noob says, I just acquired 2 Humminbird Helix 12 G3 ends and they need repair. I would contact Humminbird. I just sent my unit in for repair today. But more than likely, they are going to replace it. And they are actually still open. So I would call them right now, give them the serial numbers, and just let them know what's going on with it. And hopefully they're still under warranty. Let's see. Chickenhawk says, Country Living and Fishing. Don't think fish named sooner or later in that lake. I cannot answer that question for you. I would definitely call them and see what they tell you, because they could replace them under warranty. You just never know what they're going to say. Right. So you said no warranty on these, I'm thinking, but I would find out for sure. I would definitely call Humminbird first. My warranty was ended, but when I called them, I don't know what they saw in the system, but they went ahead and replaced it anyway. Yeah, because the alternative, and I mean, if you're going to stick with Helix units and not go up to Explore or something like that, then it probably is cheaper to get them repaired. So right now, I do not have any intentions on spending several thousands of dollars to start using the new Helix units that are out. I mean the new Explorer units that are out. Frisco said, just go ahead and drop a few grand. Just go ahead and go new if you can. Country Living and Fishing said, there's a place in Maine or somewhere up there that works on fish finders, but I can't remember who it was or what I saw. I mean, but I would just go straight to Humminbird. Texas Nuke says, Frisco, I run Lowrance. I was thinking about selling these. What kind of repair do they? Oh, okay. So you're not wanting them to use. So what kind of issue do they have? What's the problem that you're having with them? And actually, you said the screen looks like it has bubbles around the edges. The one that I just sent in today had the same thing. And the picture was bad. So I just sent them pictures of the screen. And they sent me a packing label. And I just took it, dropped it off, didn't cost anything. All right, guys, listen, I need everybody to do me a favor real quick. On YouTube, there's a channel called The Adventures of Chickenhawk, and you see him in the chat right now running his beak with all of these negative things to say. I need everybody to go to his channel and take a look at the last live that he, the last video that he just uploaded. The last video that he just uploaded. And I want you guys to tell me, do you really think that that fish that he caught is over 4 pounds? And let's see how many subscribers he has. So if you go in here, here's his channel. Look at this, guys. The Adventures of Chickenhawk. I need you guys to go in here and take a look at this video right here. It has 1.8K views on it. And wait a minute, he has 48 subscribers. Can somebody go to his channel, The Adventures of Chickenhawk, and hit the subscribe button? Let's see if we can get 2 more subscribers on his channel, The Adventures of Chickenhawk. Watch this video right here and tell me if you think that fish that he catches is more than 4 pounds like he's saying. I think his bifocals were cracked and he couldn't see correctly if he thinks that fish was over 4 pounds, guys. But that's it right there. Go to that channel, and while you're there, make sure you subscribe to his channel, because we are going to go head-to-head live, guys. But I just need you guys to go there, hit the subscribe button, come back to this channel and let me know that you have gone to his channel and watched that video. And once you get back, just type Chickenhawk in the chat here. All right? I just want to see who can do that for me. Just need a little crowd participation. And let me know, do you think that that fish that he has is actually over 4 pounds? Voodoo says it's not 4.5 for sure. Did anybody hit that like button? I mean the subscribe button on Chickenhawk's channel? For anybody that's just tuning in, what we're doing is we're going and we're looking at the channel called The Adventures of Chickenhawk. And there's a short video that he just uploaded on that channel. It has about 1,800 views on it. And he's saying that that fish is a 4-pounder. And I don't believe it. But I want to know what you guys think. Voodoo says, I guess I'll give him a sub. Appreciate that, Voodoo. He said for $20. Oh, no. Not for $20. Frisco says if it had lead weights in it. Texas New says, I must be putting it in. So type in Cajun the Hawk Sam. Hey, Chickenhawk, are you in the chat? Because I think you have your name different than what it is in YouTube for people to actually be able to find your channel. But it's Cajun the Hawk Sam with no spaces. CAJUNDAHAWKSAM. Cajun the Hawk Sam. All one word. All right, shout out to Texas Noop. He said he got it. All right, so Texas Noop, let us know. Is that fish a 4+ pounder? Voodoo says he is sub number 53. I got to support the Louisiana guy. M4 says, the dude set the hook uniquely. Then he reeled it almost to the top of the rod. No wonder it broke off. Oh boy, Chickenhawk. How many subs does he have on that channel, guys? Texas Noop says he has smoke in his eyes on that one. Texas Noop said, not 4.5 there. Hippie Day says, is that a Castmaster? What is a Castmaster? What's going on, Seth? Seth says, what lake is this? This is Lake Lanier in Georgia. Texas Noop says he has 54 subs. Okay. He's easing on up in life. Clint Perry says, I found it under Adventures of Chickenhawk. No way that's a 4-pounder. Chickenhawk is a funny guy. He said he got broke off by a 4-pounder. Are you guys sure that it's not 4 pounds? Because he is so adamant about it. Hippie Dave says, what brand of spoon is that? I think it's a Cordell or something like that. Rich G says, Bassy in this lake. I threw a lure for you to take. I'll set the hook and flip you in. I have $100 for a viewer to win. Oh my goodness, who said that? Shout out to Rich G. Nice little fishing rap. All right, let's see. Country Living and Fishing says the one that I seen was maybe 1 pound. Why did Chickenhawk run off whenever he knew you guys were gonna go start looking at his video clip? Why did he leave? Texas News said Rich G got bars. Rich G was making it happen, right? Frisco says Chickenhawk can believe anything he likes, but nope. Where did he go, guys? Where did Chickenhawk go? How did he just leave and run off like this? Did he know that you guys were going to look at his video of the 4-pounder that he lost? Country Living and Fishing said, all I say is he knew. Rich C says, oh yeah, back again. What's going on? Good to have you back in the chat. All right, guys, let's go. We're going to go to a long point. We have how much more time left? I think we have maybe about 20 minutes. 20 minutes left. Who thinks I could do it? Who thinks we can get a fish to the boat in 20 minutes? All right, guys, let's see. What are we talking about? Oh, look who came back. Chickenhawk, she says, what's going on here? I see you talking about me. Frisco says, keep hope alive. Oh, yeah. Well, let's go over here and check this ditch out real quick. Chickenhawk says the one that was 4.5 pounds was on worst catch ever. Yeah, whatever, Chickenhawk. We don't want to hear it. It's too late. Wave says you can do it. Let's go. Frisco says chicken. Sorry, but nah. Texas Newt says Hawk has some funny videos. Loser fish almost lost a rod and his net. Country Living says the one that came off the hook, just making sure I'm seeing the right fish because that fish grew. The story is that he's telling. Voodoo says he actually did lose a rod in one video. Chickenhawk says country living and fishing. No, the one that came off the hook was me imitating MoneyBass. The 4-pounder is the other video. Chickenhawk, we do not need any excuses in the chat. We do not want to hear any of these excuses. We don't want to hear them, Chickenhawk. All right, guys, let's see what we can make happen. What do we have, about 20 minutes left? Country Living and Fishing says, I got a short that my buddy threw his rod straight out of the boat to get the net. Is Chickenhawk still in here complaining about his supposed 4-pounder? Texas Noob says the video of Hawk Label working with the monster showing his fishing skills. Voodoo says you can't imitate. He hasn't caught one in over a week. Hey, Voodoo, what's going on with that? Country Living and Fishing says, I got to say this is fun hanging out with y'all. God bless you all. Appreciate you for tuning in, Country Living and Fishing. Yeah, we have fun out here on a regular basis. Bass Shaker TV, what's going on, my guy? Bass Shaker TV tuning in. He says that's a 4-pound sandwich. Hey, guys, can somebody check and see how many subscribers does Chickenhawk have on his channel, The Adventures of Chickenhawk? How many subscribers does he have? Appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Texas Noob says he has 54 subs. Oh, my goodness. 54 peoples have taken a look and said, oh, yeah, I think I might come check out this Chickenhawk guy. Voodoo says he was sub number 53. Frisco says he saw 54. Bass Shaker says, oh, I'm just here for the laughs. Frisco says, I think I may need to get in this video fishing game. Maybe from Fort Turney. Okay, Texas Noob says, can't wait for money to run this online fishing tournaments through FishX Live. Oh, yeah, we're going to make it happen. Voodoo says, we got to pick on you till you catch one. Country Living and Fishing says, I sub and also made the wife sub. She laughed because I just did it for her. Okay. Oh, because you just did it for her. Okay, good deal. Chickenhawk says, money come March 1st. Are you going to apologize on my live when I smash you out? Chickenhawk, there's no way possible that you will ever beat me on a lake in a tournament. Even if I zero, even if I was to zero on a lake during a tournament, I would still have beat you, because in order for me to zero, that means that you had something disastrous happen that is worse than a zero. Like you got disqualified. So if I was to zero, that means you got disqualified for something. So I would still beat you. When I say it is not possible for you to ever, under any circumstances, beat me on the Lake Chickenhawk, it is not going to happen. Even if I was to zero, understand, listen, even if I was to zero, that means that you had done something to where you got DQ'd. Because no matter what happens to me on that lake during the tournament, I will still beat you. Because a zero is a zero. But if you get disqualified, that's like a negative. That means you did not even exist in that tournament. Chickenhawk says, in the words of Prime Time, don't be hard to find. Just saying. Texas Newt says, what lake is this on March 1st? It will be on Lake Logan Martin. It's going to get really real on Logan Martin when he's out there shaking, not knowing what to do. All right, guys, there were some fish under the boat. So I was trying to see if I could get those to commit to anything, but they're just looking. They're just looking. Manny says, any luck? No, sir. Hey, Frisco, what kind of answer is that? Hey, Frisco, don't be in the chat causing issues. What's going on? We have Whipstick tuning in. He says, what's all this jaw jacking I'm hearing? Y'all better be prepared for the Whipstick. Uh-oh, Whipstick said he's going to be out there making some things happen live on Logan Martin, too. Is Chickenhawk still in the chat? Whipstick said he is going to make his presence known. He said, don't be out here counting him out. Yeah, man, you don't come in the chat causing problems, asking questions that are out of line. That was an out of line question, Manny. Don't come in the chat causing problems. Rich, you said, come on, man, it's been too long. You haven't caught a fish yet? And he said that $100 is about to start growing due to compound interest. Oh, man, not the compound interest. Chickenhawk says, I'm going to break that whipstick once and for all, and we'll be live on FishX Live. No excuses. Shout out to Nobody Really. He said, double tap that screen. We may be able to squeeze a few more likes in here. We have 10 minutes on the clocks, guys. Nobody Really says it's time to go home, MoneyBass. It's just time to go ahead and pack it in. Pack it in and pack it up. Manny says, how long have you been out there? I think just a little over 2 hours. Maybe about 2.5 hours, I suppose. Justin says, where are you fishing at? I am out here on Lake Lanier, Georgia. We're still on the hunt for some fish that want to cooperate. Maybe the fish didn't know we were doing bass for cash today. You think that may have been the issue? Chickenhawk says, look at the bright side. Since you don't get much stress on that rod, it should last you a long time. Got your money's worth. Chickenhawk, I want you to have your fun now. Because when that whooping comes your way on March 1st, I don't want to hear any excuses. And don't try to run off and hide. Talking about, oh, well, I just wasn't feeling good today. My stomach was bothering me or any of that kind of stuff. Whipstick says, Hawk, you know the whipstick is unbreakable. Just have my money in cash. He says he accepts cash only. Cash only. Oh, Derek. Okay, Derek. All right, Derek and Frisco, I'm going to remember this. I am going to remember all of these comments. I'm going to remember all of these. I can't believe you guys are treating me so bad. Shout out to CP, back at it again in the chat. Hit the channel with another gifted membership, and that went to Chris Sullivan. Everybody put CP in the chat. He was like, oh, yeah, we're going to close this thing out right with another gifted membership. I think that makes Clint Perry today's sponsor, I believe. Derek King says, I sub Chickenhawk. Okay, so Derek went and subbed the Chickenhawk. It figures, Derek. I think you're a Chickenhawk fan. I'm going to remember this, Derek. Maybe KK is still on my side. I'm going to have to check and see next time she's in the chat. M4 Fishing says, March 1st, where's this going to be? We're going to be at Logan Martin. Justin says, how many have you caught today? Well, Justin, it's not always about catching. Sometimes, it's about life experiences and, and fellowship. Sometimes you guys worry about the wrong thing, you know? I mean, maybe I didn't want to catch any today, you know? I mean, do you ever think about that? How about that? Shout out to Alexandra. All right, make sure you guys go and check out fishxlive.com. It is currently set up to where you can go and set up your profile and everything for free, guys. You want to take advantage of any of these deals that I put in the chat, in the description of the videos. I try to make sure I provide value to you guys on a regular basis. Shout out to fishxlive.com. There you go, guys. Fishxlive.com. Everybody that is currently watching, you can go there and download that app for free and set up your free trial membership. It does not cost a thing. Once you click on that and you get that app, go to and click on the Anglers tab and then click on MoneyBass and go and check out my journal of catches. And you guys will see the fish that we were catching last month. So this month has been kind of a different animal. We're figuring things out this month. All right, guys, let's see. We have a little time left. We still have some time on the clock. Hey, Chickenhawk, delete that message, Chickenhawk. Nobody wants to read anything like that. Chickenhawk said, public service announcement. No fish were harmed in this live event. All right, Chickenhawk. You, Frisco, and Derek. I'm going to remember all of this mistreatment. Whipstick said the adventures of Chickenhawk. Justin says, what is the water temperature? So now where I'm at now, it is 52 degrees. So I've been in water temps from anywhere from 49 to 54 degrees today. All right, let me show you guys what I'm doing right here. Can you see all of these fish right here? I have this little minnow bait, and they're following it, but they're just not hitting it, guys. Frisco says, I do not know what you did to upset the bass god, but pray for forgiveness. Chickenhawk said, you might do better with an actual minnow. Okay, Chickenhawk. All right, guys. Let's put a little stank on it, and we're gonna make one last cast, guys. It is time for the last cast. Let's see. Let's try some crawfish on here. Let's try some different type of stank on here this time. Let's see. Country Living and Fishing says Petco sells fish. M4 says money. Is Chickenhawk going live tomorrow for Bass for Cash? It should be amazing. He is. Chickenhawk, listen. I told you guys, if I zero, Chickenhawk will have -0. So if he, not only will he not catch a fish, he'll probably get a ticket for something. So Chickenhawk is not going to be trying to do anything similar to Bass for Cash at all. Chickenhawk says, might need to put some Popeyes on that thing. Clint said, rough up that bait like good old Randy Blockett showed us. So this is the last tech on this one. But yeah, I do kind of stretch it out a little bit. $52.80 said Randy is the GOAT. So $52.80, did you see Randy Blockett when he was on my live stream? Did you see that episode? Justin says I'd be running a crankbait. What's going on, C King? So 5280, did you see that episode? So just search MoneyBass Randy Blockett, and it should come up. Frisco said money is Mr. Dangler. Mr. Dangler strikes again. Justin says, hey man, just throw a lipless, throw a crankbait, throw a something. So I'm sitting in 39 feet of water, and I'm fishing out to about 35 to 40 feet of water right now, guys. Oh, wait a minute. Derek King says C King is my son. What's going on, C King? Derek King? What is going on? Got the fam in the chat. Good deal, good deal. Well, if I had known C King was going to come, if you had told me that ahead of time, I would have made sure that, you know, I got a fish or two to the boat. I didn't know this was going to be a special occasion. Alexandra says, Derek King, you got the whole family online. Yeah, you should have told me, Derek. I'd have made a special request for the fish out here, If I had known that. Let's go ahead and make one more cast, guys. We have one more cast, and then we have to get up out of here with the quickness because I'm already staying too long. All right, we have one more cast, and I'm going to milk it. I'm going to milk it. So the fish are out there. They're just not biting for me, guys. Chef Boy says, we still in here? Oh, we showing out. Yep, I think we were out here for 3 hours today, guys. 3 hours today. What's going on, Colin? Colin says, I hope you catch something on your last cast. I do too. Justin says, I was out here, but not long enough. Frisco says, guess I would give you my like now without a fish. Ah, Frisco, you were held off on the likes. That's why I didn't get the fish today. I told you 123 likes would have made the fish bite. And how many likes did we have? How many likes do we have, guys? In the chat, can somebody put how many likes we currently have? Country Living and Fishing says, I guess you had a lot of milk today. How many likes do we have guys? Can somebody put the 123? And see, Frisco, it's all your fault. We needed 124 likes to make the fish bite. If you had given that one more like, then the day would have gone a lot different. So this is actually Frisco's fault. This is Frisco's fault, everybody. Frisco says, sure, okay, Mr. Dangler. Frisco, it is your fault. You should accept listen, Frisco, we need you to not be in denial. Are you in denial, Frisco? Because if you're denying it's your fault, then you are in denial. He said, it's okay to power fish a little. Oh, man. All right, guys, I milked it. Guys, and they still didn't take it. They're putting their eyeballs on it. They're following it, guys, but I cannot get them to hit anything. And I do not want to make that run up the lake to where I think I pretty much need to go. Let me look and see how much gas I have, guys. Maybe that's where we'll go tomorrow. I think the weather will be good tomorrow, so we'll be back out here one more again and see if we can make it happen. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Want to give a big shout out to fishxlive.com. Make sure you guys have gone and downloaded the app and set up your free profile on that page. Once you go there, search under anglers and search MoneyBass. Once you go to my profile, click on Journal of Catches, and you can see a full layout of the fish that we have been catching since we've been out here. All right, guys? So anybody that is just tuning in, make sure you go to fishxlive.com. All right, fishxlive.com. It is the premier live tournament app, the only app that is out there that is like that, that allows you to have live tournaments. That is live streaming tournaments, guys. Wait a minute. There's a fish sitting out there. Let's do one more cast, guys. One more cast. One more cast. Also want to give a big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations. You guys have heard me mention that name several times. For all of your residential and commercial landscaping outdoor services and needs, make sure you reach out to SWAT Lawn Operations, all right? Oh, he's not cooperating, guys. He's not cooperating. All right, guys, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be late, guys. I got to get out of here. All right, once again, really appreciate it. There you go. SWAT Lawn Operations is based out of Conyers, Georgia, and services all surrounding metro Atlanta areas for a free estimate for your residential or commercial needs. You see the number down there, 404-423-5131. All right, and also big shout out to Fish X Live. All right, everybody, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you did not already do so, and I will see you guys tomorrow.